Hello, hello, welcome back everybody. Today's a little different. I know you're used to seeing my dungeon guides. We're going to do a little bit of some overworld farming. Now, this is going to be my favorite spot. In terms of all dungeons and overworld farms, I have the most fun, I make the most gold, and the most rare items in this location. There are countless types of PKs that come through, some who love to role play and have a good time, some who are just going to kill you indiscriminately. There are demons, casters, it's a snow fortress, that's right, it's the snow fortress, priests, vicars, ice golems, little snow people. I love it. It's my favorite spot. I had done even an aspect 0 to 4 there in one day. So let's get to it, guys. Let's hit up this snow fortress. So I'm not really going to explain, or rather show you how to run here today, but I will show you on the map how you can do it yourself. It's a little bit dangerous. But here we are at the snow fortress, right here where the mouse is. If you look over to the left, we have a cave tunnel. This cave tunnel goes under the water across the ocean here to the other cave tunnel. The best way to get here, hit the Corpse Creek Moongate, run all the way up and through. I don't recommend spending too much time at Corpse Creek, but if you're confident in your character, your internet isn't going to drop out on you, run all over from Corpse Creek, make your way up here. You'll have to go out to the entrance and run on in. There's some interior entrances down below here you can run into, and then you can come out to some exits here. There's 3 of them. We'll go over those in a little bit. Okay, so I recall in here. I prefer this spot going north of where I am now. The best thing, though, is if this spot is farmed, like it looks like it is, there's a whole nother section. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this vicar for you guys just to explain what's going on here. There's 2. 2's a little dangerous. You know what? Let's do it anyways. Hopefully I don't die. If I do, I'll do a new video, all right? All right, so they summon extra units. In the past, these vicars used to give roughly 400, 450 gold. Ever since the change, they now give plenty more. As you can see, 570. And in the past, again, these mummies, these summons these vicars do, along with the priest, which I'll show you later, used to disappear when you killed the mob. They didn't drop any loot. Well, they now drop loot. And I'm doing terribly. Let's go discipline. What do you guys think? Let's see here. I've been working discipline a little bit. I'm really liking it on wrestling. It's a completely different style of play. Every time you spend mana, you gain a bonus, right? But that being said, as you can see, these vicars, they summon a unit. They summon various types. I think it's mummies, revenants, and skeletal fiends. I don't think you get anything different. The mummy's disease, it does stack. If you're not tanky, I recommend standing away from the mummy if you can. But as you can see, again, the vicar in the 500s, the mummy should drop roughly 300 gold. So every vicar ranges from about 800 to 1,000 gold a kill. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, roughly 9 vicar spawns in this location alone, if not more. So this is going to seem a little bit confusing, so I'm going to go back to the start again, guys, where I recalled in. I recalled in right here in this little corner. Basically, you can run up north and then kind of trail through this way. So now I'm going to go ahead and go over the map a little bit. This is one of the more confusing overworld spots. Everybody I've recommended to come here and farm has told me they get lost in the first 5 minutes. It does take a couple days to get used to, but if you pay attention here, you'll be able to see how I manage it. So there's 3 levels. I start on the very top level when I recall in. Now I'm on the 2nd level, if you will, 2.5. Here's the 3rd level, in my opinion. You get a demon spawn here. Those will mess you up if you're not ready for it. And then you have the rooms here where we just were. One will spawn right here. Another will spawn up those stairs. Same thing for over here. One spawns here, one up the ladder. Once you farmed all those, don't forget this guy in this little room right here. I typically avoid the snow flurries and the ice golems only because I don't find them worthwhile killing, but if they're harassing you, might as well. Then there's the basement. So, if you will, this could be the 4th floor basement, whatever you want to call it, but only 1 vicar spawns down here. And when you come down here, you'll find that you're going to get 2 drakes along with the dragon. Drakes are going to drop roughly 500, 550 gold, dragons roughly 1,000. And you can go 2 ways for more mobs, either up this way or down this way. Both are the same. We're going to go up north for a second. I want to show you what the Ice Elemental does. He'll drop roughly 250 gold and do a little AoE like all the other gen golems and elementals and Petrum. It'll bleed you. That's about it. Alright, so over here you're going to find a Frost Demon and a Vicar. Again, I'm not going to take the time to kill all the mobs. I kind of want to get into explain what you're looking at. But like I said, this is the same exact layout right here as it is if you went down the other way. So what you can do is once you're done killing the demon and vicar here, you can come on up. Now, you're in the Snow Fortress still. If you see on the top right of my screen here, you're still on the map. You're just on the southern section of the fortress itself. Whereas we came in on the north side, we're now on the south side. Now, these priests aren't exactly vicars. They're a downgraded version, just to show you here. But they're still really good to kill. When I see the vicars are farmed out, there's 2 people there going back and forth, which usually you can share that amongst 2 to 3 people. I'll come hit these priests. As you can see, 400 gold there. It's not vicar level, but it's close. The skeleton's probably going to drop roughly 100 to 150 gold. 121. So you're looking at, what was that, 600 gold right there? Maybe 500 something gold. But as you can see, 2 priests spawn there. 2 priests spawn here. 2 more in this little tower here. That puts us at 6. 1 down to the other entrance. Like I was saying, if you go down south instead of north, same thing. You get a frost demon and a vicar there. So we're at 7 priests here. Another priest right in that room to my left. 1 here. Another 1 here. That puts us at, what, 10? And 2 more right here. So we have 12 total priests. And in the very center right here, you're going to find a progressive spawn. Even if you're really high aspect, I don't recommend rushing in if there's more than 3 mobs up in the middle. Especially if you don't have magic resist. These guys can pump, especially with all the extra summons they have. So what we're looking at here, for me, I roughly farm the entire area, or I fill up to about 23k gold myself in about 15 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, if there's no one around. If there's someone else around, it roughly takes 20 minutes. But as you can see, it's pretty busy, 3 or 4 people. Either way, there's still mobs up, there's still stuff to farm. And the best thing about this spot, in my personal opinion, is if you're coordinated and you can move quickly, you can turn corners and get a recall off if a red shows up. There are a few reds. They're fun to play with down here. Super Hunter, Lone Wolf, CQ, they all frequent this spot. They'll typically recall in down here by the demon or in the center room and try to catch you off guard. So they do recall in if you're over here farming like Heck is right now. It's an easy recall the moment you see the screen. Run down, go into the cave or the dungeon. It's the best way to get away from the reds here. Or talk to them. Some of them are friendly. You'll have fun. Die once or twice to them, shoot a little, back and forth, have a good time. I find this spot to be the most enjoyable. Overall, there's other good locations. There might even be some that are better gold per hour. But for me personally, Snow Fortress, my favorite spot, the best gold per hour, the best magic item per hour. And then, honestly, if you're a forensic kind of guy, you like to skin, there's a ton of mobs here. They all summon an extra mob, right? You're getting 2 for 1. And there's roughly 13 vicars and 12 priests. Double that up in mobs. Add the ice elementals, snow flurries, demons. It's a really great spot, you guys. If you have any questions about it, I didn't cover anything, feel free to hit me up. But most of this other area I'm running through right now is pretty pointless. If you got a boat, you can boat on over here. And again, the best way to walk here is to come from Corpse Creek, hit the ocean cave tunnel on the top right if you look at my screen now, travel underwater, run around the top of the mountain, and on in. Or outpost and hit Snow Fortress. Alright guys, thanks for joining me again. If you have any suggestions on any other Overworld farms or any type of information you'd like to learn, how I play, Dexter styles, things of that nature, feel free to leave a comment. If not, I'll see you out there. Have a good one.